Have you ever met someone who almost never gets angry? Not fake calm, not passive, just steady. No matter what happens, they stay composed. They don't raise their voice, they don't react immediately, they don't explode. And sometimes this makes people uncomfortable because we expect anger. We understand anger. But deep calm? That feels mysterious. We live in a world where emotional reactions are loud. Outrage spreads fast. Arguments escalate quickly. Frustration becomes public. So when someone remains calm, it feels unusual, almost suspicious. People start asking, do they even care? Are they hiding something? Are they emotionally cold? But the truth is, many calm people are not cold at all. They simply learned something most people never learn. Anger is not just an emotion. It is often a signal of pain, a signal of fear, a signal of feeling powerless. Sometimes anger appears when boundaries were crossed. Sometimes when expectations collapse. Sometimes when we feel misunderstood. But calm people have a different relationship with this signal. They don't ignore it. They listen to it. Many people who rarely get angry went through intense emotional experiences earlier in life. They may have grown up in chaotic environments, where shouting was normal, where conflict was constant, where emotional storms never ended. And at some point, they made a silent decision. I don't want to live like this. So they began learning control. Not suppression, control. There is a difference. Suppression is when you push emotions down until they poison you from inside. Control is when you feel everything, but choose how to respond. This takes time. It takes self-awareness, reflection, inner work, sometimes therapy, sometimes solitude, sometimes painful realizations. But gradually, they build emotional discipline. Calm people understand something powerful. Reacting instantly is not always strength. Sometimes it is habit. Sometimes it is fear disguised as confidence. True strength often looks quieter. It looks like patience. It looks like observation. It looks like someone who pauses before speaking, not because they are weak, but because they are aware that words can shape reality. There is also another reason some people rarely get angry. They learned how little control we actually have over other people, over outcomes, over timing. When you deeply accept uncertainty, many things stop triggering you. Not because they don't matter, but because you understand anger will not fix them. Imagine carrying heavy frustration for years, trying to change everyone, trying to force life to match your expectations. Eventually, you get tired. And in that exhaustion, a new kind of wisdom appears. You start choosing your battles. You start asking, is this worth my peace? Most of the time, the answer is no. People who rarely get angry often have strong internal boundaries. They don't need dramatic reactions to protect themselves. They simply step away. They say no. They reduce contact. They change direction. Silently. Effectively. This can look like indifference, but in reality, it is emotional maturity. Another hidden truth is this. Some calm people already experienced emotional explosions that changed their lives. Broken relationships, lost opportunities, words they could never take back. After enough regret, you begin valuing restraint. Not because you stopped feeling, but because you finally understand the cost of uncontrolled reactions. There is also empathy, deep empathy. People who stay calm often try to understand what is happening inside others. Instead of reacting to behavior, they look for the reason behind it. Pain, stress, fear, confusion. This perspective softens anger. Not completely, but enough to prevent destruction. Calm is not the absence of emotion. It is emotional intelligence in motion. It is the ability to feel a storm inside and still choose not to become the storm. That requires strength, more strength than most people realize. But calm people are not perfect. Sometimes they are misunderstood. Others may see them as distant, unresponsive, hard to read. Some may even test their limits, thinking, if they never get angry, maybe they don't have boundaries. This is a dangerous assumption, because calm people do have limits. They just don't announce them loudly. When the line is crossed, they don't explode. They disappear. And that silence can be more powerful than any argument, because it is final. No drama, no chaos, just a clear decision to protect their inner world. If you are someone who rarely gets angry, there is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. You are not emotionless. You may simply have learned how to transform reaction into awareness. And that is rare. But remember, calm does not mean you must tolerate everything. You are allowed to express discomfort. You are allowed to set boundaries. You are allowed to walk away before peace turns into suppression. Real calm is alive, flexible, honest, human. Now I'm curious about you. Do you get angry easily? Or are you someone who almost never reacts? What helps you stay calm? Or what makes you lose control? Tell me in the comments. Your experience might help someone feel less alone. And if you enjoy deep reflections like this, you can subscribe, because this is just the first part of a powerful series about emotions and inner strength. We are learning ourselves, one realization at a time.